Facts.
What are you doing?
He's about to do it. He's about to drop it on us.
3, 2, 1.
We still can't hear it though.
Can't, but
I can feel it with your arm movements.
Feel it with your aura.
And he's getting better at not hitting the microphones and stuff when he swings his arms around like that.
thank you.
Even after 2 weeks off of podcasting.
Does anyone make comments about what can they actually see to start? Do they see him doing that?
Depends if I want to show him that.
He kind of gets the pick. The camera could be on him the whole time. We would never know.
Could be.
I don't go and watch it.
I watch him.
So what's the
It's
answer?
only half me.
They are a very tasteful blend of everything.
Okay.
The editing.
Thank you.
The editing. I've complimented Jordan on this. The editing is a lot more human now on the podcast, and it makes watching it much more enjoyable. It makes it feel like you're actually like viewing it.
So he's doing a good job.
Yeah.
Careful.
Hope you guys at home
We
feel the
can't-
same way.
Can't get his head any bigger.
That's true. My head's too big.
We know at some point he's going to shut this light off or something. So
No, he's not.
Don't
He's
put that
over
on
all
me.
No,
that.
that's what happened last time.
Why would you do that?
No, that was 2 times ago. He doesn't do that anymore.
All right.
I would
and then
never
we
do
skipped
that.
2 weeks, so now we're back.
Yeah. Welcome
Oh
back.
my God.
From Alaska and from trips and from stuff.
So,
Very full 2 weeks.
so I went on that secret Alaska trip the second half.
I haven't heard about it yet.
No one has. I
Saw
didn't tell
some
anybody.
photos from it.
It was cool. But like when people ask me, they're like, "Oh, where did you go?" I'm like, "I don't know. I got in an airplane." So we essentially with another couple got in an airplane. Well, there was a storm, so the storm went away. And then we were either going to load in a 206 or a Beaver, and we got in the Beaver, which I was very excited about. Beaver is the plane that I built as a model airplane and crashed.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That was a Beaver.
That's the video that got us a TV show.
Yeah, that
Literally.
one. Yeah. So we got in that, and the guy was like, "Hey, what's up? This is what you have." Blah, 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 blah. And he's like, "So this is a 1957 Beaver." And I heard the people behind me go, "Did he just say 1957?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be all right. These things like run." They're like, "It's from the 50s," and I was like, "Yeah, so are you guys.
Yeah.
Chill out. Are you guys gonna die along the way?" But the first stop is we had some random dude in the plane named Bob who wasn't with us, but they flew out and they're like, "Hey, sorry, we're gonna go drop Bob off at his cabin." So they just flew out to some random lake,
Oh, wow.
landed, and then Bob just jumped off. And I was like, "Hey guys, can I like stand on the float and pee?" And they're like, "Yeah, you can do whatever you want." I was like, "This is a dream of mine." So I stood there and urinated. I didn't really need to go, but and then Bob just went in his little house. And then the other people we were with were like, "Wait, you're just leaving him here?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is his cabin." They're like, "When do you pick him up?" They were like, I don't know. He lives in this cabin. And they're like, "Yeah, but there's nothing here."
Bob sounds cool.
I'm like, "Yeah, Bob is the man."
Yeah.
So instantly I obviously start shopping for cabins on small lakes in Montana because what else would you do? And then we flew out and we landed and like, dude, I had no info. Like I didn't know what I booked, anything. So we get out and we land on this sandbar and there's a, first of all, I'm wearing the right shoes. No one else is. I'm getting off a float plane. Like I'm probably going to get wet.
Yeah.
So get off at the sandbar and then we get on like this little dinghy boat and the guy takes us over to this camp that has a main big cottage house that's like the cafeteria and things like that. Very, very rustic. Big fire pit, like 100 fishing poles just there. And they're like, "Hey, while we get all set up, you guys can fish off the dock or whatever." So it was rad. Like went inside, got coffee, came back out, and we just got on the
You
boat.
guys caught a lot of fish out there.
Just got on the boat and we went out. Dude, I caught so many fish.
Yeah.
The wrong fish.
Oh,
So I was catching like humpies and pink salmon.
okay.
Oh,
So I was fishing with a spinner. Then other people were fishing with salmon eggs. My dad was they were doing this like salmon eggs you drop and it floats and then you pull it back in. And I was fishing with a spinner. And dude, my first spinner, I was just hitting trout like crazy. And the guy was like, "Well, we're not fishing for trout today. Just keep." And he was like getting annoyed. And I was like, "Bro, I am like catching fish like crazy.
Yeah.
I am happy. Like I don't care."
Yeah.
So then he's like, "Oh, come over here. We need to switch." So we switched just the color. Like I went from, it was like a bright pink and I went to a purple spinner, same exact spinner. And dude, right away just started hitting humpies
Really?
and like I'm like, we're not keeping these. He's like, no, we're not. That we're here to get silver. And I was like, all right. So I'm telling you, every other cast, I'm pulling out the biggest fish I've ever caught in my life. And he's like, I'm sorry, man. We need to switch you up. And I was like, dude, I'm having a blast.
Yeah.
And then we switched. I forget what color we switched to last, but I hit right away with a monster fish with a silver. And then we went back, and then we ate lunch, which was not enough food.
Never is.
For everyone else, it was like a little bowl of chowder and a grilled cheese sandwich. And I was like, oh, shit. Like so I'm like eating bars. And then my dad called the girl over. There was one girl that works there. You could tell it, like, my dad was like, I'm going to sweet talk her. I was like, dude, she already told us she is the only woman on this entire river. I was like, everyone tries to sweet talk her.
Yeah.
So he tried to sweet talk her, and it worked.
What did he get? He got you another grilled
He got me
cheese?
another sandwich. Yep. So
they weren't ready for like
I was
a
like,
280
Dad,
pound
don't do
man.
it. Don't do it. And he was like, no. But it was cool. So we went back out. We went to a different location, and then, dude, the same thing. I limited it out right away.
Damn.
And, dude, the one fish I caught, he actually separated it when he cleaned it and wrote Hogzill on it because it was so big.
Really?
Like, it was a monster. It was like its face was shaped different. It had like giant claw marks out of it. It was
deserved a name then.
It was rad. And I caught it as far as possible. Anyway, telling fishing stories. But we did that. We went back, sat around a campfire.
That's the point of fishing though, right?
Yeah, but
like,
this is a podcast.
People ask me like how it was, and then I started telling stories, and I was like, wait, am I the guy
I'm
now
doing that
who
thing.
tells fishing stories?
Yeah, but a cool thing was, and you got to witness this, which I always try to figure out where my alignment is if I'm like, because I always think about deleting social media. Like once a day, I'm like, I should just delete social media and not do this anymore because it gets old. But we went to the gym and we had that beautiful interaction with the gym with like, dudes wearing old stuff, everyone coming up, just being like, thanks for what you do, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't even know what I do, but okay, like cool. And we met that other dude on the boat ramp.
Yep.
Like,
Two
again,
guys there.
In the middle of nowhere, to the point where our guide was like, so what do you, I don't understand. How do people know you? And I was like, this is kind of rad. Like, especially knowing someone there, like knowing the right person. And then at the fishing camp, I sat down at the fire and some guy was like, he was like side-eyeing me a lot. And I was like, I wonder why that guy's side-eyeing me so much. We started to talk, and then he walked up in an 8180 or whatever that brand is that gives away cars jacket. I was like, oh, you win a Lambo? And he was like, nah, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, I give away cars sometimes. We're probably going to give away a Raptor this year. He's like, that's where I know you from. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, wait, so Flagner fail, right? And I was like, yeah. He's like, dude, how crazy is this? I bought your stuff. And I was like, there's two people at the campfire.
Yeah.
And it just, again, it makes me, especially seeing people there and then finding out he's like, well, I'm here with my dad. My dad's a trucker for Walmart. Like, this is our family trip, and being like, cool, man. Like, when I run into people in those locations, it's like I'm aligned with the right people.
Yeah.
So like if I go somewhere else and no one knows me or no one knows the brand, but it's somewhere that I don't care to have a presence in, but it seems like wherever we go, it's the right location. People know the brand, and it makes me feel really, really good.
Yeah.
And then we flew back and went to the gym again with my dad the next day.
The same one.
Yep.
I went there that morning that I left.
Okay.
I was like looking at my flights the night before, and I was like, I
can
might as well get up early and go
get
to the gym. The
Yeah.
gym was sick. It was a mile away. So I went and trained that morning, and then all my flights got fucked up coming home. But I made it. I'm here.
I flash froze the fish the last day and picked it up and checked it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then they called me last night about the other fish, so it should be here Tuesday. So
Hey.
yeah, it's good, man. A really, really good trip.
First fishing trip.
Already have been eating salmon. And that was my main thought when I was there, was like, ooh. And when I say staff, I don't mean everyone, but, and I said this to Austin, no, you weren't there, it was my dad. So he actually put me in touch with the owner of the place, and I was like, hey, I want to talk about bringing my upper management staff here, or staff that makes sense to bring.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like it's so wild. Like loading into a float plane, flying out, landing, hopping on a boat, and then it was just like fish time. And everybody else, we were the only day trip there. Everybody else was staying overnight for multiple days in like these little A-frame cabins. It was really, really cool. Really, really cool. So I know that was a really good trip.
Jordan's excited.
Even
That sounds like a
looking
dream.
at my dad had a comment, and he was like, I don't like moving around this much. Like, we're doing too many things. And I was like, yeah, but dude, like, when we compress timelines, I like had to remind him. I was like, do you remember flossing the first day? And he's like, yeah, that seems like a year ago. And I was like, dude, that's how we experience life, is like,
Yeah.
if we come up here for 4 days and do something different every single day and switch Airbnbs, then yeah, it seems like a year ago. But if we would have stayed in the first house and fished like that, it would have seemed like, oh, it seems like 2 days ago. And I was like, that's one of the things about my life is he doesn't understand why I run so fast or why I do so many things. And it's like, because life is so exciting.
Yeah.
And like the more that I can compress in and actually enjoy something, but not sit in it too long to form a routine or something like that, it's like I could just get to experience so much more,
Yeah.
you know?
I was talking to one of my buddies yesterday because we were talking about like the golf tournament and all. And he was like, damn, you've had like a wild last week. I thought about it. I was like, have I? And I was like, holy shit, this time last week we weren't even in Alaska. Like the whole Alaska thing didn't even happen yet. I was floating the North Fork.
No, I was getting Stem Cell making an appearance at FitCon.
Yeah. And then like throughout the course of that week, it was like played in a golf tournament, went fishing in Alaska multiple times, like just did so much. And it was like, wow, that felt like 3 weeks just happened in 7 days.
Yeah. No, it was crazy. I mean, yeah, mine was to Salt Lake,
Yeah.
did the Stem Cells on Friday, did my appearance at FitCon on Saturday, which I sold FitCon, so I'm completely out of that company now, which feels good to have.
Without the applause? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Sold FitCon, no longer. I'm trying to exit as many companies as possible to simplify my life. Then did a mastermind event at Keaton's on Saturday, and then Sunday flew home, and I had a full day of work Sunday. I forget what I even did, but I was like in the office doing all sorts of stuff. And then Monday was Alaska, and it was a really, really good 2 weeks. That being said, I'm very glad to be home now. We have a car show
I was going to
this
say
Saturday.
for 2 days until the car show.
Well, I have an event Friday too.
Yeah.
So I'm having an event here on Friday for my coaching group, and then Saturday's the car show, and then we have some people in town. But then it's at least like 2 more weeks of like, okay, let's get to work. I'm
Yeah.
excited for that part. Like I like 2 week blocks of not traveling.
That's why I have like a week and a half sprint before my family gets here next Thursday.
Yeah.
With like the car show and some things.
Yeah,
to line
car
up.
show is going to be good. We're adding motocross to it, so it's going to be snowmobiles and motocross. We've doubled the amount of drifters, so we'll be drifting all day.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got more food trucks. We're expanding the store. Cold Plunge sent us a cold plunge. So if you've never done a cold plunge before and you want to try it, they sent us a big 8-person one.
Come try it with strangers.
Yeah, so you can just hop in it. If you have never jumped in freezing cold
Yeah.
water, you will have that ability. We're doing a bunch of work out there. I put up a bunch of new fencing yesterday. Like it, once again, dialing it more. There's the Eatery Village right now, which they're out finalizing. Last time there wasn't enough shade, so we hollowed out this big area in the woods, and it's gonna be picnic tables, and it's right off the vendor village. It's gonna be really, really good. It's gonna be a good event. I'm curious. I don't feel like we've promoted it as hard as the last one.
I was thinking about this yesterday. Like we have and we haven't.
Well, the last one, like I felt all the pressure.
Yeah.
This one, I'm gonna like, oh, we know how to do this, but I think the pressure confused me with promotion.
Yes.
So I don't know. It's a normal event. Like you have that, like, is anyone going to show up? And I think last time I prepped myself with low expectations, and now unfortunately I've seen it once and I want to get better. So now I have like higher expectations, but yeah, I mean, no matter what, it's going to be chaos and people are going to love it.
Yeah,
So,
and I think no matter what, it'll run smoother. We made a lot of improvements, whether or not the turnout is there,
Yeah.
whatever. But I think we're trending in the right direction when it comes to like hosting events here.
yeah.
So
So there we go. We're good.
that's that on the event show. Alaska was fun. What else we got going?
I mean, you missed out on the first whole part. How was Alaska for you? You got to catch
Oh yeah.
fish.
How was catching
Like,
your
it was-
first
you got to
fish,
wear your
dude?
shoes.
It was, I got to do all the stuff.
All right, let's talk about you. I have 2 things I want to talk about. Let's start with the good one.
I already know what the second one is.
Let's start day 1. Crazy Jay took us out to snag salmon, or to floss salmon. So it's a relatively easy fishing technique. It's very. Do you know what it
Yeah.
is? Okay, so it's very high paced. It's a lot of action. You're always moving. Like it's a really, really good fishing experience, right? There's no like switching out lures or anything like that. Like we're just ripping. So we got up there, we went to our restaurant, you ate at the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good. Went to check into the Airbnb, fantastic Airbnb. I crushed it as far as logistics go.
The Airbnb was sick.
Yeah, thank you.
Both of them were.
Thank you.
The first one was A1.
And then, the next morning we go out, we meet him nice and early, and we go out to fish. What was it?
I didn't know what I was really getting into. Obviously, like I didn't want to ask too many questions. It was just like fishing trip. And even like when I would ask Drew, it'd be like, I don't know. We're all just like, it's planned, but we don't know like what the details are. There was a couple things like right away that threw me off, but I don't know. Some of the techniques, like the bat.
Yeah.
Is that a common technique?
Yeah.
It is? Okay.
Yeah.
I never thought to even that would be a thing.
Yeah.
My dad's was like an English billy club.
So
Okay.
I saw him.
So the last guy had a stick, so it didn't really make a sound. But like the first dude had a pink little Louisville slugger, but it was aluminum. So the sound it made
Damn.
is in my head.
Yeah.
And essentially what we're talking about is after you catch the fish, you don't want to like let them slowly die by not breathing or whatever. So you hit them.
And I didn't know that was a thing.
And we didn't tell you because I'd never even thought to. So the first time you saw it, you were like, wait, what what is happening right now? But then at the end, we had you doing it.
At the end, I was hitting fish with bats.
Yeah.
I hope there's footage of that. I don't want to see that.
It was like, so we started out and Rob's catching fish right away and everyone like feels comfortable. Now keep in mind, I've never been fishing before. Like we used to go fishing. Anyone who lives in Philly or knows Philly, where the skate park is at the lakes, man-made lake. I don't even know what kind of fish are
It's a
in
sewage
there.
lake.
Yeah, and we would go fishing there, and we would catch fish this big with my dad. So this was my first time fishing. So we're casting. I keep catching rocks, which I'm like, what the fuck am I doing wrong?
Yeah, he was letting it sit too long, and then he wasn't pulling it with the right pressure. So essentially, he would get snagged on if he touched a rock at all.
Every time.
He would be snagged, and then he didn't know how hard to pull because he didn't want to break the line. So all that stuff he had to work through.
Yeah,
for the
so
first
then
time.
like he's talking to me about it, and he's like, well, they're up a little bit higher, so maybe you bring your arms a little bit. And I was like, cool, all this makes sense. Cool, now I'm fishing. And I remember like catching the first one. I don't even remember like it feeling it bite. And I was like, oh, is this another rock? Because I was catching endless rocks at that point.
Yeah.
And then I caught my first fish.
You had a rock, and everyone's like, "No, that's a fish," and you were like, "What? Really?"
Uh-huh.
And then you pulled it in, and it was,
I was first one to hit limit. I don't think it was any like because of my technique or anything. It was just like the way we were all kind of stationed on this barge or sand fucking barrier.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was fun. I was glad I didn't have to touch any fish. Like if I would have had to like be the one to get like pick it up out of the water and like take the hook.
You
out of
held
its
it though
mouth.
for a photo.
Picture
Yeah,
of
I've
you
held
holding
them
the
and
fish.
Dude,
touched
and have
them,
you
but,
seen
like,
the photo?
Yeah, you were so happy
But
in
if
it
you,
too.
Yeah.
but he's holding it, and like the sun is coming up because I took the photo, and I'm a creative genius. And dude, the way the sun is hitting the tail of the fish is just like, it looks like magic.
fisherman guy?
Was beautiful.
And then we tried the second day. We didn't try. We went fly fishing.
So let's cover the first day then.
Oh, is there more?
Well, the first day, we went up and we did a different kind of fishing, which essentially just dragging behind the boat. It didn't, it wasn't really working, but it was really just an excuse for him to cook us moose burgers, which like
Banging.
grilling on the boat and eating was like a really cool way to bring the day home. Weather was perfect.
Yep.
Second day, it's a guy Drew set up. So the first guy was pretty much I put up a post. A guy hit me up and was like, "Hey, listen to your music and stuff. We're still talking now." The second day was like completely random dude, and he was good. He was a little interesting, but like the way that he was teaching us how to fish, I picked up on right away. Like it was no nonsense. It was just like, okay, we're casting upstream, drifting downstream. We're mending over, flipping the line, and then we have to feed it line until it goes down and then reel it in. And I saw it and I was like, for some reason, I completely understand this technique. Cool. No one else understood the technique.
Or even the words he was saying.
So he had, it's mend, feed, whatever. There's like 5 different words.
Even like upstream, downstream can get confusing when
So
you're out there.
So I think that they didn't really understand a lot of the words. So my dad's not fishing. I think my dad read the room and was like, I'm just going to let Robbie fish. They were switching back and forth. And right away I was like, boom, I'm getting. He's like, oh, Rob's a monster. He's a natural. And I was like, I mean, I just understand what I'm doing. On their side of the boat, he's like yelling at them. Like,
mend.
And he's like, I don't know what that means. And he's like,
I keep in mind, I just learned what that word was 10 seconds ago.
So like on my side of the boat, I'm catching fish right away. And on their side of the boat, this guy's just yelling at them. And I was like, and my main thought was like, I wonder how long my boys on the other side of the boat are going to put up with this. Cause he was kind of talking to you guys as if you were like fucking idiots.
I didn't like it.
And the thing is, they're not idiots. It's just, they've never done it before. And I thought about like trying to coach from my side of the boat. And I was like, I'm just going to stay the fuck out of this because I'm catching fish. So at one point in time, Austin's like trying to keep up and the guy's like yelling orders at him. And we were in like pretty swift current. So like everything moves pretty quick. And when you go to cast back upstream, you have to pinch the slat. You have to pinch the line with your finger, right? To go like that. He doesn't know that because no one taught him that step. So when he goes to cast, he's casting with an open line with all of his slack. So it's like he really has to swing it. And the guy goes, what did he say? He's like, oh, you're trying to be a hero. And Austin's like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, you can't cast like that. You're throwing too much line and you don't even need to get up to go that high. Stop being a hero. You're hero casting. And I was just like, oh no.
Okay. Yeah, he was like, stop trying to be a hero with the hero casting. And I was like, I'm not trying to do anything. So I'm reacting naturally to and the whole time Drew's like,
so like it's starting to get like that. Up. And I'm just like, oh man, this
starting to get heated a little bit.
Now, that being said, we got it. Like they got it. It just took a little bit longer, but the little period of coaching was
in the first 15 minutes, all I was thinking was like, I don't even want to do this.
Yeah.
Like, this is becoming not enjoyable.
Yeah.
Because like it would be like if I took you out to go golfing and while you're swinging, I'm like, all right, make sure you clear your hips, keep your eyes on the ball, shut the club face, and release it with your hands, like all in the 1 second. That
and then I hit it, and you're like, Happy Gilmore over here.
Yeah, calm down. Or I'm teaching my mom how to use a camera. I'm like, your ISO's off, adjust your shutter, and she's like, when do I push the button? It's like, oh, you're a hero. She'd be like, I'm not. So it was 15 minutes of uncomfortable, but then it was good. But then the rest of it was pretty good. The guy was just, he was just like pretty blunt with all of it.
Yeah.
And then at one point in time, I was like, fuck, how do I fix this? And I was like, hey, this is just like golf.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's, there's all these different techniques, but once you understand it, and then you and the guy started talking about golf and everyone was friends. And then I alienated myself from the conversation. But that was good.
Yeah.
And then
we went and
was that it?
Ate at the restaurant.
Was that the bad thing or the good thing?
That was the bad thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing bad happened.
It wasn't that bad.
We didn't catch any trout that day, but they didn't spawn yet, or there was if it would have been a couple.
Yeah,
weeks
we were
later.
trout fishing. No, we caught some trout, some smaller trout, and let them go. I think I caught 3
in the beginning.
Drew caught a salmon. We all caught a little something. But yeah, it was a really good day.
You were right, though. I don't know if you said it on a podcast or you said it just to me when I was asking like what Alaska's like, and you said like I don't like saying things are like so and so on steroids, but it being Montana on steroids was pretty accurate.
Yeah, it's just a bigger Montana.
It's greener. Like if at any point you would have told me like, oh yeah, we're up an hour further in the North Fork than you ever been, I would have been like, yeah, cool, it looks like it.
Yeah, it was pretty rad. It was enjoyable too. It was enjoyable too to have like the downtime and all that because we planned it pretty lax. Like we kind of said like, okay, in between all these things, we're going to stop and fish. But then by that time it was sort of just like, nah, I think we're good. We're enjoying the drive, conversation and stuff like that. So it was a good little retreat.
I'm excited to cook some fish next week when my family gets here. Cause it's like, I went out and got this for
How
you
much
guys.
did you bring home?
What was the total weight?
So we had 68 pounds that's coming home with us. So 68 divided by 4.
Fuck yeah.
And then my dad and I think we got like 26 pounds, I think. But it was weird because I took the other people's fish and we had all caught, my dad and I caught big and caught our limits. Mm-hmm. And I don't think they quite got their limit. So I think they brought down our poundage a little bit.
Rookies.
Not rookies, but she didn't fish. She was there just to hang out with her husband, and then he was fishing. But same thing. Since we were all doing different things, he just wasn't catching as much because he was fishing spinner the last time, and I was drifting. And then I was like, "Hey man, do you want to swap with me? Like I'm doing really well." So I swapped, and then I didn't catch a damn thing the rest of the day on that stupid spinner.
Damn.
But it was good.
Yeah, fishing shit. I don't know if I'd say I'm a fishing guy yet, but I'm getting closer.
But you understand
Yeah.
now that like if someone's like, "Hey, I'm going on a fishing trip," you're like, "Ooh, I know what that is. I want to go."
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
go as long as you set up the rod for me, and anytime anything malfunctions with the rod, you can fix it, and all I have to do is cast it. I'm about that.
Oh, okay. So you're like Tegan.
Yeah.
Like
guess.
Tegan casts. She turns around. She's like, "I'm stuck on a rock," and you're like, "All right, here I come." And you pull her out, and then she right away swings again.
On the first day, your dad did teach me how to tie some sort
A
of.
blood knot, right?
Yeah, I forget what kind of knot it was, but I did it.
There you go.
A little
good
grasshopper
to go.
action. So that's our fishing stories. If you didn't like it, then skip to 27 minutes. But you already just heard it all.
You just listen to all of it. That's not how time works.
Did that make you want to travel? Less or more?
Oh wow. Do we want to talk about what that did to me in my head?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Absolutely. I feel like this is the only place for that.
This secret room for you.
Do we want to go there?
This is a close friend circle. No one else can hear this.
Yeah, I think the big thing I realized was, man, I really, what drives me is the duality of things, right? Because like I want to be here in an office ripping, developing, stuff like that. But then seeing Bob get out and live in a little cabin with nothing, that attracts me so much too. And I was trying to make sense of it all, right? Because one of the things I struggle with in life is like, yeah, I want to run a multi-million-dollar company, but I also want to rewire my wooden boat. And like, so I'm always trying to do these things and they're so far away from each other. And I realized that like, for me, what drives me is the duality of things, right? So like growing up, it was like, hey, I'm winning all the fashion shows by sewing, but I'll fuck you up on the football field. And I think that's just something I really like. The problem is neither of those extremes do I have dialed. So when I get back here, it's like, I'm running a multi-million-dollar company, but I'm also doing a million little tiny projects and if I'm actually doing that, things are hitting me that shouldn't be. So I get really messy over here. And then by the time I get over here, I also get really messy over here because, this isn't taken care of. And realizing that I'm not going to change that. I want to stay in the duality of life, but as extreme as possible, right? And if I'm going to do that successfully, which is what makes me happy, I need to change sort of my workflow and structure and things like that. So I think taking off last week and coming back and seeing all these things waiting for me and then actually saying to myself, like, wait, should this be on my workload?
Yeah.
Like, for example, the fifth wheel trailer. Like in my head, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to load up the fifth wheel, go over, negotiate with the guy, talk about selling it, stuff like that. And then when I came back and I was like, no, like that's not, if I'm running an extreme over here at running a multi-million-dollar company and really trying to push flag to the fucking moon, then that's not on my list of things I should do. So I'm trying to make sure I delegate more to the right people so that it doesn't get lost. Because that's what sort of scarred me with delegating in the past is I delegate things, but I have so much by the time I follow up, it's either done wrong or forgotten about, or I don't follow up and it never gets done. So I've like lost faith in delegation, but same thing. I'm carrying that weird characteristic with me and that doesn't exist anymore because everyone that works here now is like a fucking monster. So I'm like taking these old things that I've learned. So I think that's what really coming back from it is if I want to live in these two extremes and I want to fully experience them and do them as well, I need to look at the way that I operate a lot now, get rid of a lot of the characteristics that I'm dragging with me from old employees or anything like that, and really make sure that I'm operating at who I should be in both of those. So that's sort of like the big thing that I learned. It goes way deeper than that, but that's pretty high level. And then also spending time with my dad was cool. He was a lot cooler when you guys left.
Really?
Yeah, a lot cooler.
I was kind of wondering, like, in the beginning of the trip, like, I wonder if I'm messing up the
Throwing it
dynamic by being here. Because, like, I'm putting a camera in his face and, like,
Well,
doing these things.
he
I
likes
was mindful.
He likes that. My dad's a unique character, which is great, right? But I think socially in public, he's not as comfortable as I think he could be, and he doesn't really know how to navigate. And again, it's because I've been doing it so much that like you and I can read rooms and figure out, because we've had 4-hour lines that want to talk to us, and we've done all this stuff. And I think that he's had conversations a lot of times with like 2 people at the same time or 3 people. So he's not having to read the people behind it.
Yeah.
So one of the things I noticed with that is if he doesn't know where to fit in the conversation. So like if you and I are talking and we're talking in like our new age slang about something he doesn't understand, Drew can hop in every once in a while. My dad can't hop in.
Right.
So he ends up, I think, feeling a little alienated from the conversation. That being said, I think we still had a great time. I just don't think he knows where he would fit in the convo. And then when you guys left, it was like, oh, now it's simple conversation between Rob and his dad.
Yeah.
And that got really cool. So I'm very, very glad I added that last day and a half.
Good. Yeah, it was cool, like, obviously being there and documenting it and, like, getting the photos of just, like, you 3 walking together,
cool.
like, across the streets and all. It was like,
it was cool.
This is cool stuff.
He did fall apart on the airplane on the way home, though.
Sick?
No. So
wait, the float plane or the actual airplane?
The actual airplane. So it was delayed 20 minutes, and our layover was only an hour.
It's similar to what
so
I had.
Like we had 25 minutes to get to the plane that took off. And I asked them, and I was like, how close is it? They're like, you're 2 trains away in Seattle. And I was like, oh, fuck. So like I can't get off the plane and get to the next plane and hold it for my dad. Like I have to wait for him, show him how to run through an airport.
When I landed in Seattle 5 minutes after my connection already started boarding, landed to then taxi. And I was like, thank God I'm by myself, because that's the only reason, that's the only chance I even have. And I did the run to the terminal, run to the train, run from the train to the gate, got to the gate, and they were like, your flight's delayed. And I was like, all right, cool, I could settle in. And then they just kept delaying it.
So mine didn't load on my app.
Yeah, the Alaska app wasn't loading any of the information they were telling us.
So like I had to look it up on the internet and like, dude, we landed. And I was like, Dad, just get on my hip. And he doesn't do public. I was like, just get on my hip, follow me. We got a fucking boogie. Like if you forget your fishing rod, I'm not spending the night. I'm not spending the night here in Alaska or in Seattle. I'm not sitting with the fish that's only frozen to get us home tonight. Like we have to boogie. You can't forget your stuff. You can't dilly-dally. You can't go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
We're running to an airplane. This is how it works. And dude, we're boogieing, and you can just tell he does not like it.
Just stressed out.
Like he is just.
That's understandable.
And then we get there, and the screen's broken, so it's not saying Kalispell. So I'm like going up to wait and say like, hey, I'm going by what it says on the internet. This is our gate, just making sure. And I'm waiting there, and he's like pacing a little bit and huffing and puffing. And a woman walks up to the counter, and you can tell she's just walking up to check something. But I'm waiting for this woman here. Right. I can tell that woman is not starting her shift. He's like, talk to her. And I was like, nope. She is just checking the computer real quick. And he's like, yeah, but she can help us. And I was like, I'm telling you right now, if I ask that woman, she's going to be annoyed with me, and she's going to tell me to go back in line. So no, we're not doing that. It's like, well, why would she do that? Isn't it her job? No one can do their job anymore in this fucking airport here with these bathrooms and that have multiple genders in their bathroom. Everyone's worried about feelings. And I was like, oh no,
it's happening.
Here we go. So I was like, just trying to, and then the woman behind us, he was like, where are you trying to go? And she's like, we're trying to go to Kalispell too. He's like, oh, good. At least there's another group of us. Where are you coming from? And she's like, California. And I was like, fuck. And he was like, well, you probably shouldn't board the plane because we don't want, and I was like, oh my God.
He said it?
He said that. And she's like, no. I'm not from California. I'm coming back home. I was visiting in California. I know what you mean. Trust me. And I'm just like, holy shit, I need to manage this. But then I got him to calm down a little bit. Yeah. But like for a minute there, I was like, he is going to get us on a list.
Yeah, you don't want to be on that
list.
list.
Dude, running through an airport for your first time is like...
stressful.
It's a lot. I do it professionally,
Yeah.
you know, and it's still a lot. So, but got him home, landed at like 1:30 in the morning.
That's what our flight ended up being, 2.5 hours delayed, which means when I landed, I didn't have a ride home because the baby was already asleep. And I was like, I'm not going to make you wake the
Did you
baby
walk?
up. I called an Uber that was 35 minutes away, and then I just waited for it. But I was just happy to be home because I got home late Thursday night, maybe like 10
Wait, we're on a
o'clock.
podcast right now.
Yeah.
Do you think anyone cares about any of this?
Absolutely. I care.
Yeah, we're
We
telling
care.
fishing stories.
No, we're telling
stories of the
traveling
trip.
stories
This is what's
right
happened the last 2 weeks.
Oh, well,
Okay,
I said
cool.
I had to get home because I had the golf tournament this weekend.
now, which you won.
Hey.
Did you know that?
I won.
I didn't know that.
So
He hasn't shared this.
No
info
trophy.
yet.
I
but he-
won net first place in my division.
I don't know.
Congratulations.
So net would be like Wilkes in powerlifting.
So that's kind of like the biggest week of your life last week.
The club championship was like the biggest.
And you caught a fish.
Yeah. I shot 76 yesterday, one off my best round ever, but it was in a tournament, I was 2 over through 13.
Pretty crazy, right? We should test him for
dope.
Adderall
Drug
and
test me?
steroids.
No,
Yeah.
no Adderall, no steroids.
Yeah, you're in the testing pool. Is there a PGA testing pool?
No, I'm far off of the PGA. I'm in the Whitefish Golf League Association.
Yeah, but now you're at the top of
testing
it.
pool. I'm at the top of the first division.
Do you get your own locker?
No.
Are you the most jacked dude
Oh.
on the course? I kind of imagine that like everyone's like fairly like,
Everyone like
average, and then-
sees me as the jacked guy, but like I'm obviously not jacked.
Hell yeah.
Like my buddies
I like how
describe
you
me
framed
to each
that.
other as like my bodybuilding friend, and then I show up and they're like, "Wait, this is your bodybuilding friend?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
And you like just pull the sleeve up.
You
a
take
little
your
bit.
shirt off and show them?
No, I wear fully covered. Everyone was so thrown off this weekend because I wear long pants and long sleeves when I play.
Yeah.
So like yesterday, everyone
Tiger.
was like, "Well, I just like to feel like it's a tournament golf."
Sleeper build.
Yeah, I also like to keep the sun off my skin because I feel like it makes me not get so tired and drained.
Yeah.
But yeah, your boy was striping it. Played pretty good. Eagled hole 10.
Yo, congratulations.
South
Pretty
Yeah.
impressive.
Hit a 5-iron to like 4 feet from the rough.
My God, you are a freak of nature.
Yeah.
You
Had
know,
it
pretty
cooking.
pretty unstoppable guy there, Jordan.
I'm proud of him.
Be on the lookout.
Proud of him too.
What else is going on?
I want to make waterproof overalls. I'll just say that right now. I know we're not
With the
supposed to
feet
get
things in them?
No, not waders. Because I ended up wearing waders on the boat because it rained the whole time, but I didn't need to wear waders. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was just raining. I wasn't getting in the water. And I was like, man, the only reason I'm wearing waders right now is because I don't have waterproof overalls. But I think building a little bit more structure in the knees, because it's not going to stretch, right? So I think we build out our size profile a little bit bigger, like maybe add an inch, like keep the waist the same, but legs and stuff like that, add an inch and build in some more structure, darting
Make
around the
them
knees.
fully waterproof?
You
Yeah,
thinking
make-
like a waxed canvas type vibe, or more of like an athletic Gore-Tex?
I'm
deal?
talking like a Gore-Tex waterproof, like almost rubber.
Hell yeah.
I mean, there's days where I would wear those. Like I wouldn't wear them as much, but they're a little bit more. But I definitely think we should make a waterproof overall.
That'd be sick.
I don't know. Once again, I'm talking a $600,000 PO that we might only sell 100 of, but you know,
We got them other overalls coming soon. I don't know if we talked about those yet to the public.
the kids' overalls.
Yeah.
Yeah. The kids' overalls are going to sell like fire when they see a photo of like Banks in them.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at a pair right now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sick.
Dude,
They're
In
hiding
this
back there.
camera, you could probably see the
Dude,
pair.
even
hide
even the
thing
photo
back
of me holding them up, like I was wearing the overalls and I held them up next to me, and I was like, yeah, this is going to sell like crazy because they're the same overalls. They're just little,
Yeah.
little
Crazy.
little kid stuff.
crazy. But yeah, I think those, and then to answer other people's, doing lightweight overalls. So essentially overalls without the liner and the spring. So that's going to be our big plays.
So exciting.
Overall,
Very
sure.
exciting. What are you thinking about, bud?
I was just thinking of what other topics we got to cover. Since we've been out of rhythm, I'm trying to think of if there's anything we missed or things we got to bring up.
So I have a meeting tomorrow set up, or Wednesday set up for the big new project that we're working on. You know what I'm talking about.
Jordan knows the project.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I was asking him about that just
asked
this
me.
morning.
Yeah.
So still waiting on the date for pickup on that so we can start that project. But I do have a meeting on Wednesday. We're getting close on that. We're getting pretty close.
Very close.
Hell yeah.
That's a pretty big deal.
It's a
So-
huge deal
Well, to us.
to the world.
Nah, the world's gonna be like, what in the hell are you doing? But
I know a lot of people that are gonna be stoked on it.
you think so?
I think so.
Well, I'll let them come here and they can look at it
Hell yeah.
like a zoo.
Oh,
We'll put up some plexiglass and they
Yeah,
can all
show
just
and tell
like
zoo.
watch the project.
that's not stressful.
And we'll cut holes in it and they can slip me snacks through it like a real zoo.
Yeah, we'll have like a sliding window
Yeah.
for snacks.
Yeah.
You could sell hot dogs out of it
Ooh.
Let's keep the hot dogs on the outside.
because of the smell.
Yeah.
What if they're good hot dogs though? Like the redneck brand?
No, we don't want it to
Redneck
smell like hot
moonshine?
dogs.
What about the ones with the cheese in them?
No, dude, I've had enough little things with cheese in them. That cheese dip that we had on the boat,
That was banging.
it was really good, but I'm like all cheesed out.
That
Because I ate 2 pounds of it. It was a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of cheese.
What was that? Jalapeno pimento?
It was
or some
delicious.
shit?
I mean, I guess I could probably eat it again.
Did you guys get to eat any of the fish that you caught while you were there?
No, we had moose burgers that our guy had shot the moose.
Crazy J.
Crazy Jay gave us moose burgers. No, that was the plan, to be honest. It was like, hey, let's do this. But we ended up going
I didn't
to
even think of that until you just said it.
we ended up going to restaurants. We cooked breakfast every morning, but a bunch of cool little tradition restaurants that like we went to last year and we're like, hey, let's just go back here. We're big tradition guys. So like going there. I don't think I'm going to go to that lodge again next time. It was
No.
okay, but I don't think it was worth going back to.
No, it was nothing special than
Yeah.
anything else.
I went back to F Street.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
For what, lunch? The last day?
Went to with dinner for my dad after the float plane thing.
What'd you get?
Same thing.
Okay.
But I waited, and you know how you got to wait for the tables to seat yourself? There was 2 dudes just sitting there, sort of being assholes. Like they were just like on their phones, and it was like, guys, like you can see us waiting. And the one guy like put his phone in his pocket, and I walked over. I was like, yeah, you know, we're waiting on your table. And he was like, yeah, you know, hard to come by. And I was like, we're just gonna hop in, make sure it doesn't get stolen. I appreciate you guys.
So you just sit there with them?
And I sat down while they're still there, and they like got up, and then I looked at their bill. I've never done that before. I looked at their bill. Their bill was $130.
2 people?
2 people, so they drank a lot,
Drank, yeah.
and they left a $5 tip.
Oh,
I was like, damn, dude, I didn't even realize people do shit like that.
Yeah.
So the waitress came over, and I was like, hey, I looked at their tip. I'm sorry. And she's like, when they sat down, I could kind of tell that's what was going to happen. And I was like, hey, I'm going to tip you really good. Like, just to make up for them. She's like, you don't have to do that. And I was like, no, I'm going to tip them really good. So I forget what our bill was like nothing. I just tipped her $100 to make up for the table behind us. But
very
Damn.
thoughtful.
went back there again. That was a good,
That's good tradition.
That's a good traditional.
And that other
little place.
spot, what was it the Kabook or whatever we went to get coffee? I don't know if that was tradition last time, but a little coffee spot.
No, it was good. It was a really good trip. But now we need to get back and get our shit together for this event because this event came up so fast.
Yeah.
So fast. And then right after that, I mean, we have more events. We have
So many more.
a
events.
freestyle event, which,
September 27th,
7th?
yeah, then we have the outdoor event, which
October 18th.
I got some cool stuff in the works for the outdoor event. So I reached out to my friend that does sawmilling professionally,
Okay.
and he's trying to get a sawmill exhibition set up. I mean, we can obviously just pull mine out and do mine, but I should probably call Wood Miser, see if
Would
they'll
that be
work
like
with
a
me.
sawmill competition?
No, it's not a competition, but I think watching live sawmilling is something people don't get to see, and I think it's really
Just
sexy.
The smell of being
Yeah.
around it and like the. Like
And then I
the
reached out
sound,
to him
so
for
cool.
log sports too. So like I know that they have like, you know, the axe chopping competitions, and then they have
There's
chainsaw.
a team at the Flat Valley Community College, a logging team.
Really?
Yeah. I had some friends that used to be on the team.
Do you know anything about the team?
Not really. Like, just always like talk to him about it passively, just because I like axes and like.
Can you
briefly
find out
talked.
more information? I'd love
Yeah.
to, because like I don't know how much money they win, but we could set something up and be like, oh, whoever wins gets $500. And
Yeah,
I feel like that's it.
I'll reach
It's a
out
great
to some folks.
exhibition for exposure because like I don't know where to go watch that stuff. And then by the time I ever find out about the sawmill competitions, like they're live happening. And it's like, oh, there's one happening today in Polson. I wish I would have known. But I think if we can get some of that stuff here so we can get, you know, the live woodworking action, I think that'll be sick. I think the overlanding stuff will be sick. You know, bring out some power sports stuff, see if Polaris wants to be involved, if any of these other companies want to be involved. And I think just like everything outdoor.
Yeah.
So like, for example, reaching out to Suron and seeing if they want to bring some bikes out. Like, I think that's going to be a cool one. It's just that one's going to take more work than a lot of the other ones. And then the winter kickoff, same thing, like everything winter sport related. So like going to try to get snowmobile companies out, companies that sell tracks, like snowboard companies, ski companies, all that. And then we're going to have to try to figure out how to build some ramps or something out here.
And all 3 of those events are like 3 weeks apart a piece.
Yeah. Yeah, we really fucked up. But I think we can throw rad events, and I think it's just going to be a little bit of an extra workload. Again, me coming back, realizing I like extremes, it's like, oh, you're doing that thing you do where you overwhelm yourself. But I think as long as it's delegated properly, we have good communication, we'll be able to do it.
Agreed.
Yeah. So that's the plan.
A lot of exciting things.
All right.
The next couple of weeks are going to be like a lot.
Dude, the rest of the year, because we're going to get through those events, and then it's right into Black Friday.
I know, I was thinking about that last
and then it's
night.
right into winter, right? Like the rest of our year is going to rip.
Hell yeah.
It's going to go so fast.
Yeah.
I feel like summer went so fast.
Yeah, because it feels like any day now I could wake up and summer's over.
Yeah.
But we're still in summer, so
Yeah, last
we're
week
going
we
to
got
try to do a traditional camping trip with all of us, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
talking about maybe next
As soon as
Monday.
you guys schedule allows it, just like get out and have fun.
Yeah, I like our traditional camping trip. I like when Josh comes on it.
Yeah.
I'll let him know. Josh cut
He's
his
like-
hair. I
He's still
wasn't
got
ready
the
for that when we
Instax
got
from
back.
the last camping trip. The Instax I took of him is still on his desk.
I like it. It meant a lot to him.
Yeah, and I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a good one.
That's more tradition to lean into.
Got to nail these traditions.
Hell yeah.
What other traditions is there?
Twizzlers when I golf
Yeah.
and being bad at golfing. That's a tradition.
Yeah.
I feel like I hear about you being good at golf though.
Who told you that?
I feel like you've like said that like you go out and then you're always better than Ragz somehow.
Yeah.
And that you like
No, that's what I
feel
tell
like you're good
everybody.
at golf.
Yeah, I tell everyone that. But now I don't know. We haven't played together in like
My game is pretty different now. We
Yeah.
actually haven't golfed
we haven't golfed together in like 3 years.
since
But 3 years ago,
2022.
I was always impressed by how bad he was with how much that he practiced. And
That's
I was
why you have to practice.
And now it's paying off. He's
but
winning.
then you give him
championships.
3 years of practice, and I think now I'd be like, ugh.
That's why I said the Nadia last
But
night.
I don't know, dude. I might be like your kryptonite.
Maybe.
Probably what it is.
You're Lex Luthor.
Like Rob Bailey with a little bit of vodka in him, hitting
And
fucking
Twizzlers.
zingers, might completely throw you off your game.
Very accurate.
We still got to get around in this year.
This year?
I really want to make that happen.
I'm only good for 9 holes.
We're running
18
out
is
of
too
time.
much.
There's
And
so
we should
much
just
time.
do it on our. Maybe I'll just bring clubs on our camping adventure, and we'll just set up a makeshift biodegradable balls. Of course, we'll set up a makeshift little driving range into the ocean.
into the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah, we're going camping up there, right?
In the ocean?
The
the ocean.
North Fork, South Fork.
You better get it right, dude. They'll correct
Middle
you on Instagram.
Fork.
Yeah, that's true.
I know.
You better get the right fork.
We're only allowed to wear the North Fork hoodie when we're on the North Fork. Outside of that, we're not allowed to wear it.
Alaska, you're gonna have to blur all that.
It's going to blur. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, this was the first podcast where multiple times I forgot we were on a podcast.
Well, in our defense, we're doing this in the afternoon. We never do these in the afternoon.
Yeah. Tradition's all off.
Very hot in here. right?
It's hotter than it
It's
should
just
be.
me.
Yeah, it's warm.
It's warmer than it normally is. We're
Okay.
usually in here in the morning when we're focused and locked in on podcasts.
And now we're just all over the place.
and we're just catching Jordan up on our fishing trip.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it tremendously.
Well, hopefully other people do
Living
too.
vicariously through you.
Yeah, next episode we'll do something different. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Your questions. What do you want me to tell them? You
Oh,
can
yeah.
tell them.
What
You
do
got a
you mean
fucking
tell 'em?
camera. Tell them
For-
all the shit.
You let the
About-
people decide what we talk about.
Oh yeah, tell us what you guys want to hear. We get a lot of like Instagram comments that excite me a lot, like the Instagram story replies. Some of them are I like kind of ignore them because they're a little generic. But if you ask very specific questions that have a purpose behind them, usually they'll make it on the list. So be thoughtful and write us something good. Instagram comments, we check them all.
Good work.
Also,
Oh,
this is dropping on Friday morning. Those like long sleeves, core long sleeves, those new colors are dropping in like.
whoa, is Jordan
At
just doing
noon
his own
today.
podcast now?
I'm just saying they're dropping at noon today.
Wait,
If you're
those
watching
are
this
on
day
Friday?
of, that's
The
hopefully
cores
that's-
are. The
that's
cores.
our plan is this Friday.
It's like a thicker moto, and they are so good. it's just too hot right now to wear them. But we're right around the corner from me wearing nothing but those.
And this is the first time we're actually like dropping stuff a little bit before season, as opposed to normally we'd be dropping winter shit in like November.
I'm proud of us. I like wearing a 2X in these though.
Just a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I'm not in the best. I'm not in the best shape right now. I've been traveling.
I was surprised I weighed myself when we got back and I didn't gain any weight, but I think it's just because we didn't really eat.
I put on 18 pounds.
Nah, really?
Yeah.
Well, you had that trip before the trip.
I was 250 and I'm 268 right now.
Damn.
I put on 18 pounds.
I had a weekend
In 1
while you guys
week.
were gone. I had a weekend with my girlfriend's family was in town for like 4 or 5 days, and we only ate meals with them, and it was all camp meals, and they were making everything under the sun. I gained 10 pounds that weekend.
Dude, and you saw me. I didn't eat bad.
Mm-mm.
I didn't even eat much. And I put on 18 pounds.
Just number of calories.
Damn.
It's
Well, I'm
really-
still 151.
It's really easy for me to put on weight. I'm 268 right now.
That's
I was
crazy.
250
You're like
when I left.
almost 2 of me.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You're much taller.
Hell yeah.
$10,000, 2 inches. What was your number?
I think I was around that,
Yeah.
right?
You would gain 2 inches?
I would pay 10 grand to grow to be 2 inches taller.
I would accept 10 grand to lose 2 inches.
To be shorter?
Yeah. Life would be so much easier shorter.
Bro, you got to just not drive small Toyotas.
No, it's not even that.
Everything
thing.
gets
It's
bigger
Like
when
everything in life. Like I can't walk through the bathroom door in our like house forward because my shoulders are too wide.
I understand
have
that.
to like go
Too tall,
sideways.
though, is it?
Huh?
That's not because you're too tall.
I know it's like just proportions in general. Like,
the whole ship.
So you realize
Decrease
turning sideways has nothing to do with height.
I know. I'm just saying, like my total dimensions. Like, give me smaller feet. Just decrease me entirely by
Damn,
like.
that's crazy. I don't
20
think
My
Percent,
feet got
that'd be
bigger
cool.
from wearing flip flops all summer. I'm a 14 now.
Welcome.
they're
I
growing.
think I was set on the fact that I was a 13, and every time I put on shoes, I'm like, man, these shoes.
It's like that Chinese binding.
Yeah, that's
foot
what I'm doing.
stuff.
I've been doing that for a long time.
Yeah.
So,
I wonder if what I'm doing to restrict my height growth.
well, you smoke all those cigarettes every morning.
That I drink a lot. What else do I do?
How often do you hang upside down? Because Jordan and I hang upside down every single night to
Every
get
single
taller.
night.
Is that what I got to put into my regiment?
Wait, you haven't been hanging upside down?
Uh-uh.
Oh, no
I
wonder you're.
sleep upside down.
Okay. Like
You don't do any of
like a
that?
Dracula.
Yeah, it's kind of sick actually.
No.
I got special boots.
Bro, your
It's like
parents
hooking to the ceiling.
fucked you.
Because then gravity would just be like pulling my
Yeah.
head would get longer. I'd be
All you
like,
Well, we
need
don't need
is-
that.
is
Drop
ski
dead
boots.
Well, you have to wear the
And
helmet.
it's
The helmet
problems,
that keeps your head the same shape, but then you hang upside down because we don't need a longer Austin head.
no, Jesus, that would just be like,
Your golf swing would be all off.
yeah.
All right, I'm done with this podcast.
Yeah, I'm done too.
All right, we can call it.
See you
here.
guys. Good night, Dana.
See you.
Good night, Dana.
Fuck.